What up, fam? We back for a new week. I decided to share this really funny uh comedy skit. This internet personality slash comedian guy. He did a skit portraying the famous Joe Jackson, the founder of the Jackson 5, aka Michael Jackson Daddy. So basically, he does a skit where he actually sits down on an interview and talks about Jafar Jackson, the guy who portrayed Michael in the new movie. What is it called? Shit. Oh, it's called Michael. I had a brain fart, forgive me. But anyway, he sits down and acts like he's in an interview talking about the new Michael movie and about Jafar's performance as Michael Jackson himself. Take a look.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Jackson. Hey, Charlie, can you instruct Mr. Jackson to take off his shades? There's a glare coming off of
You ain't got to instruct me to do a goddamn thing. I could take off my own glasses.
Okay. So, what brings you to the show, Mr. Jackson?
Well, I come on the show so I could tell my story.
Okay, all right.
The world is painting me as this villain.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, Michael's a multi-billionaire.
This is
He's
true.
been all over the world. People love my son. So I must have been doing something right. Now, I'm from the old school. I did something wrong, my daddy would whoop my butt. So when the kids act out of line, I beat their ass.
Damn.
Like any other parent from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. We used to beat that ass. Now look at it.
What do you think about the new movie, Michael?
Well, I love my grandson, but he doesn't look like Michael to me. Hell, he doesn't even look black. He look like one of them Muhammad motherfuckers from that work at 7-Eleven. They give it a come again. But I digress.
Well, let's move on. How's Janet?
Janet is coming out with her own movie.
Are you going to support it?
Of course I'm a supporter. These are my children. Of course I'm going to support them.
Okay.
Except for Marlon. Still iffy on that.
What really happened with those towels in the pool?
Well, the story about the towels in the pool. It was one evening, and I had just slept with the maid. I had just spoke with the maid. And she comes in, Mr. Jackson, the towels are in the pool. And I distinctly told the boys not to put the towels in the pool. So I go out of there, and I see all the towels in the pool. So I grabbed all the towels, and I storm in the house. Michael, who left the towels in the pool? Michael, Jermaine, Jackie, Tito, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Who did it? And nobody said nothing, so I whooped all their asses.
Damn, I think we forgot to put the microphone on. Hey, Mr. Jackson, can you get that microphone?
Y'all didn't hear nothing I said?
Damn, I think we got to start over.
What kind of shit is this? Why you didn't tell me to use the microphone? This interview's over.
Hey, we're sorry, Mr.
Yo, shout out to that brother Salute. He did a really good job portraying Joe Jackson. R.I.P. Joe Jackson. You know he died a while back. I want to say he passed away back in 2011 time frame, like right after Michael died, 2015 time frame. But anywho, the comedian sensation slash internet personality that did this skit as Joe Jackson, he calls himself King Deon. He's very popular on TikTok and also on Instagram. I did some research on him. It says that he's an emerging stand-up comedian as well. Not sure where the brother's from, but he's hilarious. Like, y'all should see some of his content. If you look at his Instagram or his TikTok or even Facebook, I'm pretty sure he's on there too. He does tons of crazy skits portraying all types of like musicians. Like, he did a skit portraying Cisco. I thought it was a real Cisco. I don't know how this man does it, but whoever his makeup artist is, flawless, does a phenomenal job. He literally looks like all these characters. He did a skit portraying the brother from Earth, Wind, and Fire, the light-skinned dude that passed away. Looked just like that man. But yeah, he does a lot of good skits. But this Joe Jackson skit, oh my God, it had me rolling over the floor laughing. Because the way he said it with that country ass accent, where he says, I beat that ass. It's just something about that accent just got me. The whole interview was hilarious. It was a good skit. But yeah, the Michael movie, in case you missed it, now has broken more records than ever. Apparently, I did some digging and I found out that it is the #1 movie in America since its release back in April of this year, 2026. It is the highest grossing movie of all time, highest grossing film worldwide, not just in America. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the numbers were like $915 million, almost $1 billion in sales at the box office. That's a lot of money for a film. It is now also the highest grossing biopic of all time, or biopic, however you want to say it. Kudos to Jafaar Jackson, the grandson, who portrayed Michael Jackson, who was actually his real life uncle, if in case you missed it. Jafaar Jackson is a son of Jermaine Jackson. Fun fact. But yeah, he did a really good job. I watched the Michael movie twice, 2 different theaters, because it was so good. I love the way that Jafaar really played into that role as Michael. Like, you could tell he really prepared himself for that movie because he took some time studying the mannerisms and the dance moves and the voice like Michael. And I heard that when he was singing in the studio in the film, that was actually Jafar's voice. That wasn't a dub. That wasn't like a voiceover of Michael. That was Jafaar. And he sounded just like Michael. I was really shocked. I heard he took a lot of vocal lessons to prepare his voice for some of the singing parts, because not all of it was pre-recorded with Michael's vocals. But yeah, if you compare Michael Jackson's vocals versus Jafar's vocals, they sound literally the same. Now, in my opinion, does he look like Michael? Not really. He looks more like, Jermaine, his daddy, than anything. But does he sound like Michael? Yes. He sounds just like him. Does he move like Michael? Hell yes. The moonwalk, the snapping of the fingers, the hee, everything was Michael, literally in a nutshell. But yeah, kudos to Jafaar Jackson. That was actually his very first movie role in Hollywood. He is now this very famous breakout star. Is very shy, young man. I believe he's in his 20s. I want to say he's maybe 27, maybe 29, almost 30s, or late 20s, early 30s, somewhere around there. Not sure his exact age, but I don't believe he has any children. The only thing personal I know about him now is that he got himself a white girl. He got a white girlfriend. I seen the photos of him at the movie premieres with his little white girl by his side. I don't know who she is, but she want to be all in the limelight in the pictures and the videos. And I'm like, Becky, we don't give a damn about you. We don't care about you. We care about Jafar. Jafar is a star, not your ass. I don't know who Becky with the good hair is, but she in all that boy's videos, all his pictures and everything. Look, I'm like Suge Knight, all up in the videos, all up in the music. She just want to be everywhere where he's at because of the popularity. But yeah, child, Jafar got a good run going on after the movie premiere and this breakout with all, the box office sales and stuff. He's been doing more interviews with different podcasts. He did an interview with Vogue magazine. He did a tour of his apartment with Vogue magazine. He also did some runway stuff. I saw that he did some videos in Milan, Italy. I believe with also Vogue or Variety, one of the magazine, one of the press people. And he did like a little interview where he was on the runway and stuff. It was really nice. And I was like, yeah, he could definitely be a model. He definitely got the sponsor deals for sure. He's definitely locked in. But what I really appreciate about Jafaar is not only did he do an outstanding job portraying his uncle, Michael Jackson, but he is a very respectable young man. Each interview, he talks very highly of himself. He talks very highly about his uncle. I love the way that he humanized Michael in that film. Now, I heard there's going to be a part 2 because at the end of the movie it said his story continues, but I'm not sure when part 2 is going to be released because they stopped at the bad era. The bad era was like back in the 80s. It was like 1988. So, but yeah, can't wait for the second part of Michael because I know there's a second movie coming. But he did a really good job. Now, the guy that actually played Joe Jackson, he did a good job too. I ain't gonna lie. His name is Coleman Domingo, very popular Hollywood actor. Coleman Domingo is actually an openly gay actor as well. A lot of people don't know that, but he's very openly gay. Very proud. I actually saw him on the red carpet with his, I don't know if it's his husband or his boyfriend, but he got him a white man too. Fun fact, in case you didn't know. But he played the hell out of that Joe Jackson role. He looked just like Joe with that nappy Jerry curl and that afro wig that he was wearing with them green contacts. But yeah, he did a good job. He really made me side-eye him because even though I like Coleman Domingo as an actor, as a person, he made me hate his ass as Joe Jackson in that movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Coleman really was public enemy number 1. Like, people really hated that nigga. Like, they couldn't stand his ass. But yeah, you could tell he did a really good job portraying Joe Jackson in that movie. But yeah, kudos to Coleman Domingo because he really did a good job. And a lot of people don't even talk about Nia Long's performance. Nia Long has been in this business for a very long time. You know, the way that she portrayed Katherine Jackson, Joe Jackson's wife, she did a good job too, even though she didn't have many parts as far as speaking. The way that she presented herself, you know, as the matriarch of the Jackson family and making their costumes when they were going on tour and stuff and going to all these different performances and auditions. Katherine Jackson doesn't get enough recognition. I hate to say it, but she's still living. She had just had a birthday not too long ago. I want to say she just turned 94 this year. She's up in age, but Mother Jackson still looking good, still in good health. You know, the children still taking care of her. Jackie, Jermaine, LaToya, Janet, you know, Marlon, they all still there for her. Randy. Now, I don't know what's going on with Randy, but Randy doesn't tend to be in the limelight. The very last time I saw Randy on TV was probably when he performed along with his brothers for that Michael Jackson 30th anniversary tribute for the Jackson 5 that they did back in 2001. That was like the very last time I seen Randy on TV. But Randy has been very silent. He hasn't done any interviews about the Michael movie. He hasn't attended any of the Michael Jackson premieres for the film itself. The only people that were in attendance at the actual premiere in LA was Jermaine, of course. You know, he always got to be in the limelight. Marlon and LaToya. Surprisingly, she rarely makes an appearance in the limelight, but LaToya just happened to be there. Janet was not there either. Now, I understand Janet's disappearance. Janet's actually on tour in Japan. She's doing a whole catalog right now, touring all over Japan. But she did make some commentary. She did an interview with a magazine. I forgot who she was talking to, but I did see a clip on YouTube somewhere where she said she was very proud of Jafaar. She said she was very proud of the film. And LaToya said she respected Janet's decision not to attend a movie premiere, But it's not like they had bad blood, because I just saw Janet on a home video with Latoya celebrating her 60th birthday. Janet just turned 60. Can y'all believe it? Little old Janet, all grown up, 60 years old, still looking good. She don't even look a day over 60, to be honest. I don't know what she be drinking or juicing, but honey, that black do not crack. I'm telling you, that black don't crack. But I think the main reason why we also don't hear a lot about Randy Jackson, that's the baby of all the Jacksons. He's the youngest, besides Janet, because he's very close to Janet. Randy, quote, fun fact in case you don't know, used to be married to this very beautiful Italian woman. I think she was like a fashion model or something like that. And they had 2 kids. He had 2 sons by this Italian lady. That same Italian woman, after they split up and divorced back in like the late 90s time frame, somewhere around there, ended up sleeping with his brother, Jermaine, and popped out 2 babies by Jermaine. Can y'all believe it? I said, Jermaine is a hoe. He's trifling. I see why Randy don't come around. I wouldn't come around either if a sibling messed around with my ex-wife or whatever and had 2 babies by him. Sorry about that, y'all. My iPhone got full. I had to delete some videos to clean up storage. My phone had froze. But anyway, I was just saying, like, Jafar got some brother cousins. It's very weird. I can't understand the family dynamic, but Jafar's cousins are actually also his brothers. It's kind of very weird. The whole family is weird, in my opinion. And then it didn't stop Jermaine from having more kids. Apparently, Jermaine now has a 3-year-old with a 27-year-old woman, another foreigner. They love them foreign women. I don't know what it is about them, but they love messing with them. And I was just like, 3-year-old? Jermaine is 70-something years old, y'all. That's nasty as hell. But you know what? She only laying down with him because the nigga got money. The motherfucker got money, okay? That's the only reason why she laid down with him and popped out a kid. I guarantee you, if they weren't a Jackson, if they didn't have money and dollar signs behind that name, they wouldn't have no more kids. Same thing with Jackie. Jackie got a 10-year-old, apparently, by some 30-year-old hotshot foreigner. I think she's like Swedish or something. Cute little boy, blonde hair, blue eyes. But yeah, Jackie had another baby too late in life, and Jackie's 70-some years old as well. It's ridiculous. I'm just like, y'all need to stop. I think the only person that don't have children, if I'm not mistaken, is Marlon. I don't believe Marlon had any children. And Latoya, I never heard of Latoya bearing any children either. I could be wrong, but I know that Janet has a child. She had a child late in life. Now, Janet was smart. She froze her eggs, growing up. And she said, I'm going to wait till the right time to have my kid. She popped out a baby at the age of 50 with some billionaire Middle Eastern man that was crazy. Apparently he was beating her ass from what the news sources said. And they popped out a baby late in life. And then she ended up divorcing him. She didn't stay long with him at all. But anyway, the whole family dynamic is crazy. Like, Negroes is having babies late in life. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But it's just a thing with them. I don't know. But overall, funny skit, hilarious brother. Again, good job to King Deon. He really portrayed the hell out of that skit. But y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments below.